Hey guys, I figured it's about time for an update video. So here goes. Oops, surprised in the picture, but so everyone knows, well, first we'll start with the newest acquisition. Get this from my cousin. He didn't need it anymore. He's like, it has a bad knock in it. I think it's like a wrist pin or something in the engine, or in the motor, whatever you want to call it. It's an electric one. It runs on 110, but it's a 33-gallon Craftsman air compressor. 33-gallon, 5 horsepower Craftsman, which this is, you won't believe how happy I am to have something with air around here. But that's really nice. I just gotta get the wrist pin. Craftsman sells, I think it's $30. Whatever, put it in, it's fixed, it's done. 534. I got the gator blades on the other day. As you can't see because it's too dang dark and it won't pick up. But yeah, gator blades are on there because the ones for the 262 are a tad shorter than these. So I had to get new gator blades. But anyway, done. So 262 hasn't been touched. 110, nothing new other than the spinner knob I got for your logo. So that's that still. Transmission second gear is still iffy, so I know a guy who's got a new old stock transmission that fits this thing. Never been used, never painted, never had oil in it. And I'm thinking about getting it, so we'll see. It's about the price of a tractor, but it might be worth it. Let's see, is this thing leaking again? I haven't even checked, guys. No, doesn't seem to be. So that's a plus. Hasn't leaked again, so that's good. Here's a surprise. Got this offered me at work. If it'll pick it up. There you go. 112 electric lift John Deere. Well, hood and that stuff assembly's there. But if we go to the back, we'll see the actual tractor. So, yeah. Heading back here where it's nice and dark and you probably can't see nothing other than the big white Sears. CSS. And this 1972 John Deere 112 electric lift, and with this being a 72 and 73, the only options for lift on these things were electric lift, and the only PTO option was electric PTO. That's why there weren't many of them sold. People like the manual stuff, or they bought a 140. 112s and 120s weren't sold as much as, it was either a 110 or 140. But, so yeah, that's where we're at this thing. This is just a reflector, no headlights run this, which is kind of odd, because usually with all, having the electric lift out, they came with headlights. Like 140s came standard. Most of these people opted for them because they weren't much extra cost, but this doesn't have it, so. But here, listen to this. Yep, electric lift works. PTO lights out, but here PTO does work. I've had the engine running, it does work. So that's that. I gotta do landscape at the neighbors this week, and so that's out for the 110. This has this started bubbling on me, as you can see, just flaked off, but it has a gray primer on it. And I painted over it because like Rooney Sears and other guys have, they haven't had problems. Mine peeled off on me, so go down to the Bear galvanize and paint. But yeah. So let's see, we got throttle shafts all screwed up on this thing, really wallowed out. Got throttle shaft repair kit from Kohler for that. All through my work, so that's good to go. I got that. I got to put that on. I also got a carb rebuild kit for it, so that's good, with Welsh plugs and everything. Got 2 quarts of SCA30 for it, the Champion H10C plug, which is what these tractors call for, specifically being 12 horses, which surprises me because these 12 horse Tecumsehs run the same thing the 8 horse Kohlers do, but the 12 horse Kohlers can't run that, which, whatever. Again, that's got a K310S 12 horse Kohler. My 110's got the K181S 8 horse, and obviously we got the HH120 12 horse Tecumseh in this bad boy. So start with that stuff. And I guess this is kind of gonna. This did come with a 47-inch deck, which you can kind of see right above my finger below the green box. Right there's a big roller, 47-inch deck for that thing. So I had a 39 and 47-inch deck of the older style deer decks. The only two sizes they made. So I got a 37A snowblower, which if this thing's running, that's what it's going on this year, and the plow's going on the 110. So we'll be all set for plowing season. But other than that, guys, I was just gonna talk about a few things. I got a few new subscribers and whatnot. Thank you for that. A few of them were actually a few of the people who the Baraboo show last year really started me thinking about this stuff. And like, I've talked with 71 Sears, and he was the only real person I ever talked to about garden tractors. I didn't really know anyone else until I what was that? I want to say it was. Yeah, it was in August, right after I met with Chewy and Rudy. They ran up to the Baraboo show, and I met with both of them. Chat with them, met them in person. Very, very nice people, and I started texting back and forth with them about stuff and whatnot. And that's how it started me into it. And I wanted a Sears. I'm a deer guy. I grew up with the 262. My dad bought that new in '94. It's been in the family. I grew up with that. I'm a deer guy, but I own a Sears now too. But anyway, so I wanted a Sears. My parents were like, well, if you really want one, you should get a deer. It's what you like. That's how Labor Day weekend I got that 110. If you go at my videos, you can see the first video of what it looked like and whatnot. The thing needs some work. Not much, just points, and fired right up. But 112 a little more extensive than the Sears was. So as you remember, the Sears was just major. It needed a new carb. If you go back to the first or second or third video, it was calcified. This thing sat out in a barn. I'm sure it got rained on. And carb wasn't in good shape. If you look at Rooney's though, because if you guys remember now, me and Rooney's we got the twin 69 SS12s. Same owner, had both of them. The guy used to own a small engine shop, but he bought and sold stuff, and he stored them out at his farm if he wouldn't sell them, which would be stuff like this. And if you're a Rooney's carburetor, that was completely mashed. The float was. But anyway, so that's, I kind of started out with, sorry for the shakiness, there's mosquitoes. That's how that all started, was all those guys. And the main people that really got me started thinking about it was Ricky and Sandra at the Baraboo show. They had their SS14, 725 Sears, their 59 David Bradley, and I think their custom 600. And got me thinking, and now these things are kind of cool. Those 3-points are even cooler. Like, Deer's got that stuff, but it's Deer, it's so much more expensive. Okay. You're right, guys, Sears has gotten expensive too. I mean, look what these 3-points go for. I got 2 of them for $175. With a hitch plate too, so I can't beat that. But $100 you can't beat, as you can barely see. You can't beat $100. You get the top half of back blade mount, which is now a nice hitch, a full 3-point, and the sway bars. So, that the Series, what sucked me about the Series was trying to find the rarities like 3-points or hubcaps, and I bought a $175 tractor that had hubcaps with it. As you know, they're not on there. Scratched the hell out of the rims, and I like the look without them for now. But anyways, guys, so that's kind of how that all worked out, and this all started. And I was trying to find rare stuff, and that's how it all started. And I kind of have a rarity of 112 with electric lift. They're not too easy to be found, but I have one. So alright, guys, just kind of want to make an update video on that stuff, because some people were wondering how I got my start and whatnot, and that's all it took. One other thing, I plan on, if anyone's going, I know a few people are, 71 Sears I think is, actually the guy who sold this to me bought it from the guy that he knew. Whatever. It's kind of a complicated setup. And the guy that delivered it to me, those two guys are going to be up there. One of the guys actually has a business. I don't remember if he's got a website or not, but it's Schweppes Antiques, excuse me. He's a really great guy. He's the one who delivered this for me. But anyway, so yeah, guys, that's that. I'm planning on going to Portage anyways this weekend, Sunday. I gotta work tomorrow and I gotta work Saturday. I get out at 1 on Saturday though from work, so I'm working that thing. If that thing's ready to go by Sunday morning, because they're doing 50th anniversary 112s at Portage, I'm thinking of bringing it. If it's not ready to go, I'm either gonna bring the Sears or just go up for the day and whatever. But yeah, that's how that'll work. So I'm not quite sure yet, but I did get time off. I will for sure be going to the Baraboo show in August, the weekend of the 21st or 20th or whatever. I will for sure be going to the Baraboo show. I will be there. I will be leaving Friday early morning, and I will be there till Sunday when the show's over. And I'm planning on bringing 2 tractors. I'm gonna take the cap off my dad's truck, and I'm gonna get a set of rams. And one tractor will go on the bed of the truck. Another one will go on my uncle's trailer that I'll borrow from him. So Sears is for sure going to be one, and then a deer. Or 2 deers, but I'd like to bring the Sears and a deer. So, well, that's kind of the update from here, guys. So yeah, that's where we're at with everything. It's kind of a cool view. Just pokes out because it's so white. But alright, guys. Oh, and I did get this to bend down the other day. Do you remember this thing used to be stuck up there? Sits down flat now. So, alright, guys. Enough babbling. I just wanted to talk about that stuff. Alright, guys. I will talk to you later, and you should hopefully see a video from me sometime next week with a montage of Portage Garden Tractor Day stuff. So, alright, guys. Talk to you later.